Alright, so for the first modification on this thing, first off, it's super dirty. Excuse the dirt. It's been sitting all winter. I just changed out a battery. I had a bad battery from the winter. Pretty much haven't done anything to this thing. And next week we're going to be taking a trip and would like to take this thing on the trip. So over the winter, crack appeared in my glass, which I had to chip there anyway, and I need to take the glass out to repair a little bit of rust around the window, so I'm not too worried about that. But it's going to keep me from getting it inspected anyway. But our trip is down to Florida, so once we get out of the state, it's not a big deal. I am, however, going to take off the light bar up on top. Alright, so as I said, I'm taking this off. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to take the front part off. And then there's 2 bolts underneath these that come off. And the plan is just to take these guys off. I guess sell all this stuff on eBay, so I don't need it. And then where these bolts are, I'll go ahead and put some light LED high beam light strips there. And the center part here, probably just patch this up, bring the wires out somewhere else. I'm not sure about that yet, but for now I'm just going to just tape this stuff off, disconnect the light, tape this off, some black duct tape, and put some rubber seals on these bolts. That's the plan, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so what I am doing, taking a different approach. So I went ahead and disconnected this panel, which is the ambulance panel. It's got all the light controls and everything, and I'm just going to disconnect the wires from inside, pull them through whatever, the attachment, the wire attachment, and the wire attachment goes through the roof. Disconnect that, pull the wires through, and then take the whole light bar off and mount all at one time. So that's the plan. And I don't have to take the light bar apart. So that's the idea. I'll show you what it looks like up in here with all these wires everywhere. And that's where it's going to come out up there. The wires will go right through and out the roof. Alright, so we'll see how that goes. Trying to do is just get this whole thing off. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. That's what I like. So that loosened up. Now I gotta see if I can get the bottom part. If that bottom part will loosen up, or it has, I'll just take that off and pull this out. That'd be nice. It actually looks like they're threaded onto these, which means I'll have to unbolt them from the other side, which means I have to take the headliner out. But I got this thing out. A little bit of rust on there, which I'll just clean up. Put a plug in that. Find some type of plug at the auto parts store. Alright, so I got those bolts out from inside. They were threaded to the backs of these things. So the next thing is to get the other side, but then to see how I get this off. It's like caulked on. It's got this like RTV stuff, so I assume I'm just gonna have to like carefully come around. I don't want to scrape the paint. I'm gonna have to take this stuff off anyway, but I don't want to gouge into the paint. But I also have to separate it so I can get this thing to come off. It's pretty fixed on there, so we'll see how that goes. I assume that once I get it started, the whole thing's just gonna rip right off. It's just a little thin strip of silicone, I think. Maybe they probably glued it down, right, when they put it on. Let's see if I see a bead inside. Yeah, I don't see any inside, which leads me to believe that they just put it on and then caulked around it. So. Fun part inside. So here's the site of this control panel. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 switches, some lights, and a voltmeter. Look at all the wiring they have for that stuff. It's like, woohoo! Let's get as much wires as we can. Oh, and there's these 2 LED lights. So anyway, let's see where the holes are. And they got the bolts. I don't know if you can see the bolts on that side. Maybe those bolts. So feel free to watch me struggle with these things. Alright, all the bolts are out. Now just to unseal that top bar and pull the whole damn thing off. Got the wires out, got the bolts out. All it's holding it now is the sealant, which may or may not be a good thing. Let's see how easy that comes off. So this is the part where I use the razor blade and try not to scrape the paint up too much. But I just gotta get this seal so I can pull this thing up. It's just not budging. And that's all that's holding it at this point. So let's see if I can do this without damaging the paint, which I already got to paint this thing to some extent. Alright, so I got some of these body trim brushes. They're soft and hard. Let's see what damage I can do with these. Mallet. it comes. All right, loose. Very easy. Let's see how it goes on this side. Alright, this is the point at which I don't want this thing just to fall off onto the rest of the truck. There we go. It's just going to pull right off now. Alright, off she came. Yeah, not bad at all. Okay. So I'll just have to patch up these holes and that'll be set. Plus if I can get, plan is to get light bars. So I have 2 light bars going across right where these holes are. And I'll have the wire output as well. So then I'll have the wiring already there, the switches. Just switch on. I assume it's 12 volt coming through there. Fall off the roof. Alright, so got the light bar off. Woohoo! So now I'm gonna go around to the auto parts store or Home Depot, Lowe's, try to find some plugs for those holes. You can see you got 5 big holes up there. 2 of those, or for the most part, all of them, I think I'm going to just I'm going to put 2 light bars across the top, and then I'll use the same access point for the wires to come out. So yeah, it should look pretty good with that. And then I'm probably gonna keep this side light, put clear lenses on them, and then roof rack, ladder coming down the side. Be awesome adventure truck. So I just gotta take care of this rust. And the window's cracked, so don't have to worry about cracking it when I pulled out. It already had some chips in it anyway, so I knew it was gonna crack. So it's where I'm at. All right, off to the store I go.